Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. A music evolution. Now, Darin and Anita with your Grand Strand Artist Spotlight.
Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. Welcome back from a commercial break, folks. And it is that time, Anita, in the show. It's always that time. This is the fun time for us. You know that, Anita?
Yes, I do.
Because we have our guests and artists and our superstars of the world out there and musicians and on the line with us right now. And I always like having this man on because since he's been knighted to Sir, I love to talk to him. Sir Jonathan Burton, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. God is good, and he's blessing all the time, man.
Well,
he's blessing all the time.
He is blessing all the time. And as we get started into this, you've got a lot of songs out there right now in two different markets, the Carolina Beach music market and Southern Soul. But before we get in the interview and find out what's been going on with you since the last time we talked with you, is Anita's a little upset. And I'm going to tell you, man, when you
I'm going to tell him about that one.
What?
When you write a song called When I Win the Lottery, Anita took that to heart for her song,
and
man.
I haven't won it yet.
Oh, man, Anita, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't ask you to go out and start supporting gambling or anything. You know, I can get you a number to Dr. Phil or somebody who's trying to get you some help. If you need some help, you know.
She needs help.
I just want my island out in the Keys, you know?
I'm not going to lie to you. I've been getting a few scratchings myself since I recorded that song, but you know, I always say that I'm not going to win anything, man, in life. I'm going to have to just work hard for it and go get it. You know?
Trust me, Anita. Anita and I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to that.
Yes, sir.
But I think with that song, because and as we're talking about this song, moving into the interview here, is that when I win the lottery, folks, the whole key to this is one of the lyrics in the song is you've got to buy your ticket at that little store across from Judy's House of Oldies in North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, well, listen, what happened that I didn't write the song.
Oh.
You know, I picked that song out, you know, from some songs that Clifford Curry had sent me an album of his.
Right.
And I listened to the album, and when I got to that song, it just fell in my lap, and I said, man, I got to do that song.
So Clifford wrote that.
Clifford Curry wrote that, yeah. He told me to go ahead and record it, and him and Richard Fleming wrote that song.
Cool deal.
Yeah, so, you know, I like to be able to, you know, be able to reach in the box and pull out songs and pick hits, you know, as opposed to trying to sit here and write them. It's not easy writing a hit.
Exactly.
But it really isn't.
But you're such a great
it's
writer.
lonely.
You're such a great writer, though, man.
Well, John, I'm not mad at you anymore. Now I'm mad at Clifford. Writing it.
Well,
just like a woman moves from man to man.
Yeah, well, I love to write songs. You know, they come to me sometimes in different ways, and then when they come, if I can capture the ones that I can grab and record them, I'm good. Right. But you know, sometimes I get a song, I'll be standing in line, you know, get ready to go into the restroom, and I don't have no way to record the song. But it comes to me, and if I don't get it in that minute or that second, you know, it's like gone.
It's
you
gone,
know, but
yeah.
I'm blessed though because I keep getting different ones that come to me, and a lot of them I'm able to grab out of midair and go in the studio or sit down with the guitar and write. You know, it's a blessing, man. That's all I can tell you.
Since we're in the beach music world, talking about the songs that are going on over in that market for you, tell me about Beach Music Lover. How did all that? Because both of those songs are sort of on the charts right now.
I wrote that one. I did write that one. What happened was I was in the project recording an artist, and at the last minute we found out he was one song short of an album. Anyway, that night I couldn't go to sleep, and I just started writing that song, I'm a Beach Music Lover. And the next day when he came back to the studio, his flight was leaving the next day, so I went ahead and I recorded that song on him.
Good
you
job.
know, I figured, you know, people, yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, I wrote that song. That was one of those songs that you had to snatch out of midair. And the next morning, we had it ready to be recorded. So, yeah, man, it's a blessing, man. I credit a lot of my abilities in music to the days that I worked in Detroit, Michigan.
Right.
I went over and I worked for a guy named Don Davis, who just died 3 days ago.
Right.
And God rest his soul. But working with Don Davis, I started working with him on one song I recorded for the Dramatics that I wrote, that they decided for the Dramatics to record. When he recorded that song on Dramatics, they flew me back to Detroit, and I never stopped flying to Detroit for 20 years.
Wow.
Barry Gordy had just left and moved to to California with Motown. But although people don't know, when Barry moved to California, he basically moved and took the name Motown to California. All the talent that was making the hit records was still there in Detroit. Yeah, so I just happened to come in right after Motown left, and that's how I met Don Davis, who was like the guy under Barry Gordy.
Gordy, right. Well, I'm telling you, it's incredible because how long were you with the Manhattans?
Okay, I started playing guitar for the Manhattans in 1979. I stayed with them throughout 79 through 1989. 1990 is when I moved to the county. But while I was with the Manhattans, of course, I was going back and forth recording in Detroit with the Dramatics and Mark Scott with the Miracles now, Keith Washington, George Clinton. I was doing all kind of crazy. Man, when I look at what I've been through and what I've done in music and the people that I've met, it kind of, you know, it's just, I can't say anything else that it's just a blessing that, you know, being in the same room with Stevie Wonder and
with all that
Marvin
talent.
Gaye. And it's when I look back now, I need to really sit down and write a book.
Really, you ought to do. I think I hear that a lot from different artists, like in the Carolina Beach music world or Southern Soul, and I think folks need to do that. Anita, you just brought up George Clinton.
Yeah, George Clinton was another person I would bump into every other day at the studio in Detroit.
Yeah, Anita's a big fan.
Collins, Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker. One day the Rolling Stones were there, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was just walking around amongst people that were just the last of a dying breed. That's all I can tell you.
It did, and I tell you what, you just said something right there. The industry has changed so much as far as talent and what talent is today. It's incredible. Well, Jonathan, before we run out of time, let's talk about the Southern Soul world that's going on. The song that's big over there, Born to Sing Southern Soul Blues. Great song, man. And what's cool
it's
about
big over there, too?
Yeah, it is over there, too. So you've got like two markets going on right now in the music world.
Well, you know, I'm blessed, man, because my music is not Southern Soul, and then my music is not beat.
Right.
So
it's
one
Jonathan
day I
Burton.
sat down and I analyzed my music, and I finally said that my music is called New Swing Soul.
Right.
And that's because it's new, it's swing, and it's soulful. So that's going to be my style from here on out, because I had to sit down and listen to like 3 or 4 of my albums, and I just don't try to categorize myself anymore. And, you know, right. Like I said, songs come, and I don't sit down and say, I'm going to write a Southern Soul song, or I'm going to sit down and write a beat song.
Right.
You know, I don't do that. I just wait till the song comes, and once it comes, hey, if the people in beach music like it, that's a blessing.
That's
if the
right.
people in Southern Soul like, you know, hey, you know, sometimes hip-hop people like my music. So, I mean, I'm just blessed, man, and I appreciate you all for zooming in to see what's going on in my life. I need some more gigs.
Yeah, we all do. We need a gig. We need one more. Just one more job. One more job. One more gig.
No, I'm just joking, man. But, you know how to get in touch with Darin. If you know how to get in touch with Darin and you want to book me for an event, then call Darin, and Darin knows how to do it.
And we can do that. Man. The best way to get Jonathan, too, one of the best ways, there's so many ways out there now with social media, is you can go on to Facebook and look for Sir Jonathan Burton. His Facebook page is out there, too, folks, and we'll have links on our website for that. Anita, I know I always talk a lot, but I think Jonathan today, he gave us the scoop on Jonathan Burton, Sir Jonathan Burton.
He did, and I'm not mad at him anymore, and all is good, and waiting on that next album to come out.
Yeah, and now you've made her mad at Clifford Curry now.
Just Jonathan, you know?
Well, the new album's called Other Ship Connection, and it's out on the market right now. It's got I Was Born to Sing Southern Soul Blues on that album. And then I'll be having a Christmas album coming out, you know, just before Christmas. And then we're already in the studio working on my 2015 CD. So
keep it going, man. I'm going to tell you.
You got to stay ahead of the game, man. You got to stay ahead of the game.
It is incredible out there. Well, Jonathan, I tell you what, I'm so used to calling you Jonathan, and you got knighted, and it's hard to remember. I got to say, Sir Jonathan Burton, thank you so much for being on the air with Anita and I today.
Oh, man, I had a blast, man. Thank y'all so much for zooming in and seeing what's going on in my life. God bless you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for being on the air with Anita and I.
This is Sir Jonathan Burton. This is my latest single. I Was Born to Sing Southern Soul Blues.
Oh, yeah. I was born in Jersey.
Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. A music evolution.